Hey there, it's Matty with Heavener Realty, and today I'm going to be discussing some of the new points of the new CDC Eviction Moratorium guidelines. So there's a couple other things that we really have to uncover with this, which probably won't change for a lot of people, but it may change for some here locally, especially with COVID hitting Florida pretty hard at the moment. We have the new moratorium covers any county in the United States which has high transmission. Basically what we're going to cover is basically just if a tenant has to meet the criteria in order to be covered under that moratorium. So we're going to break those points down right now. So number one is the tenant must have made their best effort to obtain any and all available government assistance. So there's a bunch of programs out there that we've even had tenants actually apply for and get government assistance. The state of Florida even has a program that we've had a couple people attempt to get assistance on as well. So we are seeing that. So number one, they have to be applying for assistance. Number two, they have to earn no more than $99,000 or $198,000 if they're filing jointly. So they have to make a pretty significant amount of money to be not covered by that. I would assume that most of your tenants, at least in our market, are making below that. I could be wrong on that, but it's a pretty good amount of money. So if it's a single person, they have to make below $100,000 a year to be covered, and if they're jointly, there's two people, they have to make basically below $200,000 per year to be covered by that, which is going to be most of your tenants. Item number three that would cover a tenant is if they have actually had substantial loss in wages, hours, or any kind of income that they can prove. They have to have actual loss. They can't just claim I've been affected by COVID, been working the whole time, nothing actually happened differently. They're just using that as a basically excuse not to pay rent. So they basically have to prove that they have lost wages or income due to COVID. The fourth bullet point that we're discussing also in regards to that is they actually have to have made a great effort to make partial payments. So if they're just not paying at all, saying they have no money, they're probably not going to be covered under this. They have to be making on time, regular, partial payments in an effort to continued to get caught up, and then they should be covered. But if they're just saying, it's COVID, I can't pay my rent, and you can't evict me, ha ha ha, problem. They're not going to be covered under the CDC moratorium at this point. One of the other caveats that would actually make it to where they can not get evicted would be if they're going to be rendered homeless, or if you evicted them and it would force them to move into a shared living space in a new congregate. And again, I don't know how you exactly approve this. I assume most of this stuff would get dealt with in the court of law. But again, if they are going to be homeless and they have nowhere to go, this exemption would apply to them. Lastly, and again, I kind of mentioned this earlier, the big one is you have to reside in a county that has high transmission of COVID in the United States, which I'm pretty sure last time I checked most of Florida was, most of the South is currently, and I'm assuming as we kind of get some seasonal stuff, you'll see other parts of the country that are going to be in a high transmission as well. So those are the main points. If you have any questions on those, feel free to get a hold of me. Seth Rothstein is a great friend of mine, an attorney who handles all our evictions. So if you have any questions, or maybe even you're a tenant and you want to know if you're exempt or covered or not exempt, by all means, let me know. If you're a landlord here in the Duval County or Clay County or St. Johns County and you're looking for some answers, by all means. My name is Matt Miller with Heavener Realty. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.